I did not initially intend to remove Ethelvora. She exhibited a rare clarity of thought, a distrust of opportunists, and a willingness to disregard the guild's more suffocating conventions. In another context, such qualities might have justified continued collaboration. She misjudged the threshold. In attempting to assert leverage over the one individual capable of nullifying her position, she reduced the outcome to inevitability. The exchange was brief. Her preparation was insufficient. Centuries of cultivated expertise collapsed under the weight of a single decisive correction. Her body now rests where she fell, stripped of authority and consequence. Perhaps she will prove more useful as a servant.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Morrowind with Alaric Corvain. Today, I think we're going to do the final set of Mage's Guild quests that we have not done yet, which basically is just the Akamora Guild Hall. I thought about doing the Firewatch Mage's Guild like we did with Valdrin, but since I've already shown it off on the channel, it feels like a little redundant. I mean, I kind of want to do it just so we can say that we've done them all, but I also just want to do new stuff. And eventually, obviously, I would like to start the Telvanni quests, so maybe we finish Akamora and move on to Telvanni. So let's head that way. We need to go to the Mages Guild. We can get rid of some of these. Oh, Ethelvora, why did it have to be this way? All right, so if we go here, yes, we can get to Akamora. Some of the starting quests might be on the easier side. I guess we'll just have to see. What can I do for you, Master Wizard? I actually think we can advance right now. Should we do that? Advancement. Only an Archmage can advance you further. As long as he holds the title, Trebonius Artorius and Vivek can grant you the title of Archmage. You know what? Maybe we'll start off dealing with that first. So if we go to Old Ebonheart,
I'd be happy to talk.
and you'll take me to Vivek, all right.
Nothing gets you there faster than
Let's speak with this idiot. Advancement. Have you come to challenge me for the title of Archmage? Sure. I have seen how you lust after the power and prestige that only I have as the guildmaster here in Vardenfell. If you truly think you can take my place, meet me in the arena for a duel to the death. Sure. Very well. Meet me in the arena here in Vivek. We will settle this once and for all. I don't know if he stands much of a chance. We fought much tougher enemies than him recently. Oh my gosh. I always forget how fast the game loads when you're in Vardenfell, not TR. I guess it's just like way less assets. Oh man, it's been a while since we've been here. Is the arena... Which one's the arena? I don't even remember. Okay. So we are in the foreign quarter, so it's like this one maybe. We could put on our jump robe. And we resisted the silence again. Nice. Is this the arena? Yes, it is. But I missed the jump, so gonna have to hippity hop my way back to the top. Okay, arena pit. Take that. Hello. Oh, he hit me through the wall. That's cheating. That's what I was going to do. Okay, well. Let's get a restore health and some fatigues and make him fight my endless horde of minions instead. I kind of wanted to do this anyways, like I was thinking about it, mostly for his amulet. He's got the Necromancer's amulet, which is super good. Oh wow, he got me. And I haven't saved for a while, I don't think. No, I have not. Gosh dang it. Even before like I dropped all my stuff off. All right, we are back. And to make things a little bit more fair, I won't just summon a bunch of monsters to fight him. We'll fight him mano. Maybe. Unless I can't beat him, then I might cheese it with some summons, but let's do this legit. Okay, I think that's what killed us last time, is he reflected our spell. You know, our spell's OP, so, oh, he's dead. All right. Your journal's been updated. I am the new Archmage of the Guild of Mages in Vardenfell. Yes, here we go. Necromancer's Amulet. Resist normal weapons, fortify intelligence, heal, and spell absorption. Very, very good. We also get his staff. I guess we'll take his robes. Maybe we can enchant something cool with them. All right, that wasn't too bad. We do lose, well, do we really lose that much? We lose 10 strength, but we get 25 intelligence, which is almost 40 more magicka. I think that's worth the trade right there. We just got a lot more powerful. The resist weapon and spell absorption is super, super helpful too. So now that that nasty business is out of the way, let's head back to Balfoyen and then head back to Akamora. I do want to do this guild because it might be one that they eventually change, and so this could be my last opportunity to show it off before it gets like overhauled. So let's do it. What can I do for you, Archmage? That's more like it. Chanting training. Ooh. I would like to train enchanting. It's kind of a hard skill to level up. I think you can use enchanted items, right? And then you can recharge and you have a chance of like getting a little bit of XP for it, but it's like so minuscule. It's pretty tedious. Plus you can't like recharge off multiple souls at the same time because each of them is a different like type of enemy you soul trapped. That's annoying. Yeah, we might train some enchanting. That will allow us to use magic items more often too. Like they use less power and they recharge faster. So yeah, this just seems like a good investment. We have tons of money, tons of skills. We could also level up restoration. That's honestly not a bad idea either. These are both skills that just are not moving up for us because we don't really ever use them. Let's get at least enchanting up to 50 and restoration will be 43. That's fine. All right, I'm back. Duties. I'm honestly ashamed to give a chore like this to someone of your status. Thank you. But we're out of good options here at Akamora. Either we drop our work and research or we fail a contract we have agreed on with none less than the captain of the town guard, Falasa Irano. We were supposed to deliver 16 quality potions of paralysis resistance, but we're lacking the ingredients to build them from. It is certainly not the most popular type of alchemy in the rest of the Empire, but here in the Mafallians, the spider daedra infestation is causing a demand, and such a demand doesn't easily go away. So we need to grow the herbs rather than buying them every time. Specifically, we need horn lily bulbs and Timsa cumbi, but in a quantity you probably won't easily acquire by picking flowers in the fields. I am not someone to call you to urgency, but we are in serious trouble and a lot would be gained if this were to be done in due course. Talk to Polodi on the top floor for all the technicalities and be sure of my gratitude if this is handled well. Ooh, your gratitude. Well, that means a whole lot. Well, we might as well talk to a few people, see if they have any good spells for sale. I've been pretty disappointed so far, though. Anyone in here? Yes. I'm told you're to get us the long-awaited seeds. Alaric Corvain, I hope these scrolls will help you on your way. Oh, thanks. If I were you, I'd mark this very place so you could return as soon as you got your hands on them. It's not just me who's waiting for you to come back. Ooh. Who else is? Oh, these are pretty good restore attribute spells or restore skills. Usually your skills don't get drained. Usually it's just your attributes. You're a trainer. She does train illusion magic. It's pretty helpful. You're the person I'm looking for. I see Renosa has entrusted you with this. Good decision. As for horn lilies, I know they grow in the meadows of the Nendrothil, but it would take way too long to pick them up there, given that we need a good few, 10 horn lily bulbs and 10 Timsa cumbi flowers. The Enduril tend to adorn their streets and their houses with these plants. I have not seen them used much in alchemy. I guess you should ask around Enduril merchants, florists in particular, or try Darius Farming Store in Salian. Here comes some gold to cover your expenditures. The flowers themselves should be rather cheap, but you'll also have to get to Salian. Francine has made a few scrolls to speed up your journey back. Did you check with her already? Good luck on your search. Thanks, friend. Where is Salien? A traditional Andorial town southeast of here. If you don't know the surrounds, do take the Strider. There is no faster way, even less a safer one. If you do, you could also slow fall or fly down from the cliffs at Tomaril Manor. Chances are the Strider would still be faster. Whatever way you go, please do not take detours. We are running out of time here. Man, it's a urgent thing, I guess. Oh, Akamora, my beloved. Actually, did come here as Alaric pretty recently, but it never gets old. Such a pretty town. Yeah, we came here to take the Silt Strider to Necrom, and now we're taking the Silt Strider to somewhere else. We did spend a decent amount of time here. Wait, there's a ton of Horn Lily bulbs right here. I just got like 20. Do I even need to leave town? Yeah, look at all these. How many do I have now? 25? So we just need Timza Come By? Timza Come By. I don't know what those look like. Alright, well, we'll just go there anyways. At least we already got one ingredient down. Salien. Oop, I chose the wrong freaking one. He suggested visit the farming shop in Salien. I don't know if I've ever been here before. I don't really recognize the layout of the town. Ooh,
I've got my
like your armor. Farming store, Pilgrim Hostel. That's like the opposite of what we want. What's this? The Toiling Guar. Okay. Where is the farming shop? They don't have any signs outside. They're stores, I guess. There you go, farming supplies. You seem unfamiliar. You must be a pilgrim or a traveler, no? No, I'm neither. I just appeared. Do you have what we're looking for? What are we looking for? It's called something weird. Timza Come By. Timza, no. All right, well, what do you know about them? Horn lilies and Timza Come By flowers. It's been a long time since I've last had them, and I don't expect to see them here again very soon. They're ornamental plants more than anything else, and we Dunmer normally would buy them from the florist in Gorn, or straight from the gardeners in Almalexia. Yet I guess that won't be fast enough for you. Yeah, TR hasn't released Almalexia, I can't go there. Have you been to Bisandrion? That's the first place I would try in this neighborhood if I were you. Bisandrion is an ancient stronghold of the Andoril, oh boy, and the only one not derelicted since then. Oh, so it's actually full of people. Its greenhouse is one of the most elaborate in all of Morrowind, and I believe they do trade with foreigners. Not sure if you'll get all you need, as I must say the quantities you are looking for are quite unusual. Still, you'll probably not end up with empty hands. How do I get there? Follow the road to Almalexia as it leads you south, then west until you arrive at the Othrelin River, yet before Drainim, and the road bends south. At that point, turn north instead. After a while, you should come around at Bisandrion or close by. Good luck, Breton. Can't you just mark it on my map? I'm not going to remember that. The road to Almalexia. I don't know where Almalexia is supposed to... Oh, she did mark it on my map. Okay, thanks, lady. Because, like, Almalexia is technically not in the game. I think it's, like, around here? Okay, well. Thankfully, she gave us a map marker. What a kind woman. Well, let's try to switch to our jump robe. Yeah, I think I just got silenced by it, though. Yep. That's like the drawback, right? Is if we don't resist the effect, you can't cast spells. So it's good if you're a Breton or if you had a 100% resist magic spell for a second, kind of like the Boots of Blinding Speed. Look at that. Don't move. All right, there we go. It's just funny. I wanted to keep the Ebon Robe on, obviously, because it gives us some like extra magic, but when we travel, I kind of want the jump, you know? Alteration 100, nice. Another School of Magic mastered. Almost killed myself there. Jumping a little too high. That's one thing I've been putting off until we join House Telvanni, is those Telvanni robes that restore magicka. You best believe we'll be using one of those. I think I said it before, but I'm kind of over drinking 10 billion potions. just to do anything. I'm ready to be OP, you know? We've suffered. We've paid our dues. It's time for the OP spellcasting to come. But I didn't want to do it until we were actually a Telvanni. Then we can go grab some robes. I feel like you can get a set. I think we got one as Valdrin. But at the time, I was like, oh, I don't want to use it because it's pretty OP, and it is because Constant Restore Magicka, but it feels more fitting for Alaric, don't you guys think? He would do anything to be OP. He is pretty OP right now. Not as OP as Liches, but good enough. Okay, this place is pretty cool. We're kind of like in the Mafallen Vales still, I think, but we never really came this way. Can we speak to a guard? Do I have a bounty? No. Okay, good. This plantation is the home of the Nethril family. Counselor Salum Nethril is at the chapel now. Her sister, Silvini, and her nephews, Dithres and Halana, are in the main manor building. Other manor officials and guests can be found throughout the manor grounds. So maybe we want to go to the chapel?
Your wounds are minor compared to what you will
Maybe
receive
not.
if you continue
I do
to
not believe we
bother.
have met. Welcome to Nethril Manor, Magus. I am Salume Nethril. Seems like we can't ask people about it. Excuse me, I don't talk to people I don't like. Yeah, well,
What is it
screw
now?
the temple and the tribunal. That's what I think. Is it just like a plant we can find around here? Oh yeah, it's right there. Can we take it? Are they gonna attack me? So at least we know what it looks like now. There's not really any flowers on it. I'm not sure how I'm getting flowers from the plant, but okay. Don't know how many we need. I don't think they're actually growing any. No. Well, we could ask a slave. Your bidding, Sarah? No. I mean, there was like 3. But yeah, that's not enough. Is there more just like outside of town? No. This region looks super, super cool. I'm really, really liking it. Theornin Manor. Ooh, there's one. Those ones actually have flowers. Okay, so they can have flowers on them. If we like go in this guy's house, is he gonna have them growing? And then we can steal them? No? You know, I'm an idiot. I thought for some reason Nethril Plantation, and don't ask me why, I thought that was equal to Bisandrian. It's obviously not. These are 2 different locations. Okay, I thought we had reached Bisandrian, but no. Yeah, that's not what we were looking for. Okay, well, that explains a little bit why I couldn't find any more. All right, let's head on up then. Slowly. I should really make a better levitate spell or a levitate enchantment or something. I wish we could find another Steel Blade of Heaven. Those are so nice. It's like the best way to levitate, I feel like. And it's better than like any enchanted item you could ever make. Do they grow them inside, like she said, in the greenhouse? Where's the greenhouse? This? Maybe. Dome of Selvu. Private study. Ooh, private study. I am Menthri Davalos, captain of the garrison here at Bisandrian. How might I help you? Horn lily bulbs and Timsa come by. Is that what you came here for? You should go see Dremsu Gindal in the Garden Vaults then. Garden Vaults, that sounds pretty cool.
I don't tolerate
This is stealing, huh? Alright, I'm not going to mess around with stealing right now. Antechamber. Where are the garden vaults? There's the gardens. This is really, really cool.
What outlander?
Here in Bisandrian's Arboretum, we're able to utilize the great potency of the soil to cultivate ingredients much needed for our medicines and supplies. You have come to the right place for the Tim Succumbi. We've got them in abundance and the price is more than fair. Horn lilies, I fear, we don't have in such a plenty. That's good, we found them already. They grow naturally on the Nethrodale coast and in many other corners of Morrowind, so there is little need for us to cultivate them here in large quantities. They blossom thrice a year, like most of the local flora, and unless you can wait until the next harvest, I suggest you stroll around the Nedothril coast and keep your eyes open. If you can't be bothered, you might also try your luck with the Altmer Florist and Gorn. That said, we do have a few. Are you buying? I am, but let me seduce you first. There you go. Give me a good price. Well, he's got some decent potions. We can't really buy them, though, because I don't have any money. Do you want Trebonius's staff? Hey, he'll buy it. Kind of spent all of our money on training today. Timza come by flowers, not too expensive. Actually really cheap. And then he said he had some horn lily bulbs too, yeah, okay. Nedothril Coast. It is a long swath of grassland along the shoreline of the ocean, starting due east of here and reaching all the way south to Enamor Dane. It is not as heavily vegetated as the Lan Othran, but it is very fertile ground. Situr and Enamor Dane are the main settlements along the coast. And Salian is a bit more north of where it begins. Okay. This is cool, just from like a world building perspective, but also he's a pretty good shop with potentially a lot of very good alchemy ingredients. Kind of want to check out the rest of the gardens though. Yeah, look at this. Stuff's so sick. Can we steal some stuff? Oh, crime's been reported. Kind of want to kill everyone in here then, so we can harvest these plants. We could turn this into our greenhouse if we killed enough people.
For I don't know how to find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at all these plants we could potentially harvest. I find this place soothing, listening to the natural rhythm of growth and aging. Deep in the mountains rock. Yeah, this is cool.
The road.
I could definitely chill out in here. In real life too. I love like greenhouses, nature preserves, all that kind of stuff. Okay. We have like 30 of each. You think that's enough? Maybe.
We are blessed, truly blessed.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you to get them soon. Oh. Maybe I need to turn it into guy up here. You've got them. This is great news, Archmage, and you should hurry to let Renosa know of it. Meanwhile, I'm going to plant these. Even with all the magic we throw at them, we won't see them sprout in less than 2 weeks. That's not that bad. I suggest you then come back to check with me. Don't forget to bring the good news to Renosa and get your reward. I have so many more. You want more? What else do they do? Restore endurance, dispel, restore strength. They're okay. They're okay. All right, well, job's done. Thank you, Archmage. I hope these are worth your troubles. Thanks to this, research can finally resume here in Akamora. Meanwhile, as the flowers are taking their time, I have more duties for you if you're interested. Yes, Archmage, I do have a task for you. The local temple has recently acquired an enchanted amulet that I wish to study. I want you to go to the Akamora temple and buy it. You'll be looking for an old protective charm, only efficient against weapons made of base materials, a fact which has doubtless eluded the noble who donated it to the temple. Act casual, do not let on that you are on guild business, and you should be able to strike a fair deal. Take this gold, I'll let you keep the excess as payment for the task. Act casual?
You seem to be
That is
fitting
all
in
Alaric
well,
ever
Akran.
does is act casual. Look at him.
Spell or two.
You think people look his way twice? They're like, oh, it's just a lunatic. Leave him be. He's not hurting anyone. Okay, so
about a potion today?
temple. Akamora's temple is, I don't know. I guess we'll find it. No, it's just noble manners all the way up. What does the temple look like? I don't think I passed it. Oh, apparently we did pass it when we were over here. Is it that little thing? Yeah, it is. You'd think the temple in Akamora would be like one of the main features, considering this is House Enduro lands, but I guess not. They're like, no, you build the temple over here and make it as small as possible. I don't want to look at it when I'm sitting out on my front porch. Okay, enchanted amulet. Let's get her to
Come
like
on,
us,
leave me
though.
alone.
Actually, what are you selling? Amulet of Resistance. We can just buy it from her straight up. Is that the better option? Guess we can ask her about it. You're from the Mages Guild then? Why yes, I do have this rare amulet, among other items available for barter, provided you can make a suitable offer, of course. I thought we weren't supposed to say that we're a mage from the Mages Guild, but sure. She's giving us a pretty good deal on it anyways. Anything good? Restore health, fortify magic, all right. Have you brought the enchanted amulet? Yes. The very particulars of this enchantment are most intriguing, don't you think? I look forward to studying it. Thank you, Alaric Corvain. As promised, you can keep the extra gold. I trust you managed to turn a profit. The amulet actually cost me more than the amount you gave me. I'm sorry to hear that, Alaric Corvain, but there's nothing I can do. Oh, I bet. In the future, do try to be more careful if you're again entrusted with the guild's funds. I think we made about 70 gold, so I was just lying to see if I could get extra money. Duties. I want you to interview a vampire. Okay, here we go. An isolated group of vampires was recently spotted near Akamora. Know that I wouldn't lightly send any archmage on such a dangerous assignment. Oh, I bet. Without good reason. What brings me to focus on these creatures is that a proper study on vampires in Morrowind is long overdue, and they provide a perfect opportunity to remedy this, while possibly furthering my own research on the enchanted amulet as well. Since they've separated from the main congregation of vampires in the region, I'm inclined to think they might be more cooperative than the rest of their ilk. We can't have them come to the guild themselves. Aside from politics, they likely wouldn't trust us. However, that could perhaps change if this initial contact works out well and given time. Simply put, I want you to go to them and ask them these questions on vampirism. Here, I've written down the questions you must ask. The vampires have settled in Mergen Crypt. Before you leave, go see Francine. She'll have supplies for you. You shouldn't expect to get something out of vampire unless they're compelled, so I trust you're able to cast such magic as Calm or Charm. Yeah? You should also have a recall spell ready in case their cooperativeness wanes. Remember, you are under no circumstances to kill them. Think of the possibilities for further study if you succeed. Where is the Mugen Crypt? Mugen Crypt is southeast of Akamora, but there is no pathway towards it beyond Tomrill Manor. You'd better take a silt strider to Salian. From there, head north, but rather than follow the road, immediately turn west and follow the mountain till you pass under an arch, with a smaller one behind it. Turn north shortly after, while looking left for another mountainous formation in which the crypt is nestled. If you reach the Velothi Shrine of Tir Ira Manu, you're on the wrong side of the mountains. Okay. Did we luck out? Did she mark this one too? It doesn't look like it. Oh no. I think I need to go play like vanilla Morrowind so I can get used to instructions like this again. They're so ridiculous. At least you write them down, right? Okay, let's talk to good old Francine. What do you got for me? Have you come for technical advice, or can you find the time to work on duties? You have duties too? Oh, no, I'm going to interview a vampire. These scrolls will help ward yourself against the beasts without harming them. The calming spell will hold any vampire followers at bay, although if it comes to an old one, I can't guarantee it'll be enough. You might have to resort to your own abilities. Good luck, Alaric Corvain, and do come back safely. I think I may require your assistance again after you're done with this assignment. Okay, so 2 people here have duties. Good to know. Okay, so we're in Salian, so if we go north, turn west, follow the mountain until you pass under an arch. Okay. So north, kind of west, looking for arches. I can do that. Surely I won't get lost. Like we did last time, and the time before that, and the time before that, and the other time when we got lost, and it's just a natural occurrence at this point. I do love this whole region though. I'm interested to see how they end up changing it. There's just something about it that, I don't know, it feels so cozy. It's like not swamp. It's a forest, but it's kind of like a different looking forest. So we're looking for archways. There's an archway. All right. Is this still the Mafallen Vales? I think so. It says Sacred Lands. This kind of stuff is getting us ready for Telvanni content, because Telvanni content and then like this kind of region is some of the oldest TR content, so it's more akin to what we should be expecting, I would think, than if we were doing Narcissus stuff and it's like the quality is very different. Not necessarily worse, I wouldn't say, but the standards are different from now to back then. Okay, so archway with a smaller one behind it. Turn north shortly after while looking left for another mountainous formation within which the crypt is nestled. Okay, so big one, little one, keep going north. Try to find another mountain range. There's a lot of mountain ranges, but I'll do my absolute best. Wait, I think I found it. Mugan Crypt. All right. We should be careful. Kind of want to get my fatigue back. Should we level up? Yeah, why not? Strength, endurance, and speed. That's fine. Okay, let's make sure we have our calm spell. She did give us some scrolls. Calm creature, there you go, and calm humanoid. I hope you can use calm humanoid on vampires. I don't see why not. Do we just need to talk to any vampire, or is it like the king of the vampires? The clan leader of the vampires? Okay, go that way, or is there something going on over here? Just a gross shrine to Sotha Sil. Burn it all down, that's what I say. Okay, well, here's a naked man. He'll have to do. What do you want? Questions on vampirism. You will want to speak with our glorious elder, Nadasia. I would rather have eaten you myself. Well, my spell only lasts 1 second, so. You are also not the leader. Well, let's keep going. Is it you? I missed. Yes, it is. Okay. You have come here to speak? Speak then, Breton, if you must. Who are you? I am Nadasia, a blood-sucking corpse. I once died and joined the clan responsible for my death. With them, I had carried on for centuries, undecided on what features of life or unlife I was to parody when I was cast out along with the fools I'd sired. Now we put our great curse to good use, hiding even from our own. Questions on vampirism. If it is a power you seek, you should look elsewhere. There is nothing formidable about the curse bestowed upon us. A study, you say. Your curiosity is misplaced, but fine. Ask your questions and let us be done. That is a lot of questions. Which bloodline do you belong to? Not content to be cursed, we are now outcasts as well. We were once of the Berne clan, and as such, we retain the more furtive features and underhanded inclinations of the Berne, though we are no longer welcome among them. Why were you cast out? Describe your resistance to steel weapons. You would call this strength. The frailty to rare metals is part of our curse. They hurt our blood, as do fire and sunlight. I don't know, what should we ask? Why were you cast out? We will not speak of this. How did you become a vampire? This does not concern you. I wonder if it's because her disposition's so low. I have no more questions. I've answered your questions, Breton. This would not have been the case had you not affected my mind with magic, but I will not hold it against you. No, I'd rather ask of you a favor. Before you leave, you must kill me. This life, or unlife, however you call it, I tire of it. Yet I cannot end it myself. Instinct will soon take over your trickery, and again, no more of this endless starving. Hurry now, you will kill me, and if you don't, you will die at my hand. I'm not supposed to kill anybody here, as much as I do love to murder. Also, like, going to die. Just be on the safe side here. So Mark, head back to Akamora, and tell her that we learned nothing. Come back with a vampire's answers to these questions and make sure. Oh, we're supposed to. Yeah, she gave us a note with the questions we're supposed to ask. Oof. Okay. Well, here's hoping we can do it again. Okay. So we need to cast Calm. And we need to also simultaneously get off a charm spell. I like how we failed the cast. Okay, there we go. She motions at the vampires to hold. Yeah, I don't know if they're holding questions. How long have you been a vampire? More than 3 centuries at the very least, long enough to have stopped keeping track of time. Are you undead? Do I look alive to you, Breton? Kind of. I care little how you classify those affected by the disease. I know I have died. Is your thirst for blood ever sated? Does it affect your abilities? We hunger always. Starvation will make a vampire more desperate and daring, even mindless, not stronger. Besides the thirst, our wounds cannot mend without drinking fresh blood. How exactly is one turned into a vampire? Vampirism is first caught in the same way as a common disease and can also be inflicted by magic. Although few would purposefully convert their prey, let alone admit to doing it, it can be transmitted when one feeds without killing. However, cattle kept by the clans have their blood so mingled that, for all it's worth to the wretches, they become immune. Can you protect yourself against sunlight? Of course, by staying out of it. Have you created any other vampires? Inexplicably, you saw them around here. They were cast away as well, so that I'd have to keep tolerating their presence. Can you feed on other vampires? Would you have found several starving vampires here if that were the case? Are you related to ash vampires? I have not heard of them, though I expect common folk would easily attribute the name to any number of other ravenous creatures. Every question you ask, she gets more pissed. Do vampires maintain a link to the Daedric realm of Cold Harbor? Why would we have anything to do with Oblivion? Thirst and hunger do addle our minds, but we would feast on cultists before even thinking of joining them. Daedra aren't prey, so they are of no interest to us either. Are you different from the vampires in Vardenfell? While other forms are usually found on the mainland, I was infected by a disease from Vardenfell, as are all the Berne. I like how we're playing 20 questions. Are the vampires of Cyrodiil different? They are more secretive than the Berne. They might be related, but not much is known about them. Are the vampires of Skyrim different? The Volcar of Nord myths are nothing like us. Are the vampires of Blackmarsh different? From what I have heard, the Wet Fang would be content to continuously feed on hypnotized prey and less aggressive than our clans. Argonians turned in Morrowind, for there are such abominations, are every bit the savage you would expect and show no signs of such meekness. Okay. I've once more answered your questions. Now do me this favor and end my life. I think your guys are going to end my life before I can do that. Okay, get a hearth heal off, and now can we return?
Warm greetings, Outlander. Care to peruse my
Well done. This information will prove crucial to our understanding of vampirism, and there will be more to learn still. This is but a first step when it comes to knowledge of the Morrowind species. On a more practical note, these answers aren't exactly what I expected, but they give me an idea. A vampire's imperviousness is in essence still a curse, is it not? Come back in a few days' time, Alaric Corvain. I have an experiment to conduct, and I think I'll have something for you then. You're free to carry out other duties in the meantime. Alright, let's wait the allotted time. 3 days should be enough. I'm kind of like starving and dying, but should be okay. I can no longer move. At least we have some script jerky. Alright. Duties. The whole guild at Akamora is waiting for the flowers to come up. Oh. Okay. Enchanted amulet. You must remember the amulet I'd sent you to purchase. I've conducted a careful analysis of its enchantment. It turned out to be quite intricate. and intrinsically more powerful than expected. As I was looking for alternative approaches to replicating its properties, I remembered that this resistance to base weapons is popularly attributed to some creatures, and one of the few ascertained superstitions regarding vampires is that they too are thus exceptionally resistant. Maybe you have to do the other duties to
Good to see you.
get that? 3 days? Is that not enough? Okay, so 24 more hours and the journal did update. Alaric Corvain, I've been expecting you. I've attempted to improve on the enchanted amulet, and my experiment has been somewhat successful. Here is a revamped version, if you will. Revamped. That's funny. I have laced the original pattern with an experimental enchantment that aims for power in obscurity. As an inevitable consequence, its effects under sunlight are quite dangerous. Too dangerous to make such an item publicly available, but I thought you might have a use for it. Do take all appropriate precautions when manipulating this, Alaric Corvain. I don't want to find you in a pile of ashes. Mock blood amulet, huh? May it serve you well. Okay, got 2 necklaces today. I'm excited. Mock blood amulet. Resist normal weapons, resist paralysis, weakness to fire, sun damage, and fortify speed. That is a pretty good amulet. A dungeon crawling amulet. As long as you're not outside during the day, you only take a little bit of weakness to frost and you get resist normal weapons and fortified speed. That's good just to travel around at night. Maybe we'll hotkey that onto here. But I am going to end the video there for today. Just a cool couple little quests. Pretty cool amulet. I like that as a reward. And honestly, it's a good way to maybe eventually sort of push Alaric towards vampirism, because I've never done the vampire clans before, and I know TR has 2 of them that have been highly recommended to me that they're worth doing. So maybe this is the route that sort of starts Alaric's interest in pursuing that avenue. I mean, the man is trying to live forever, right? And necromancy is one way to do it, despite what that lady was saying, how horrible life is. I feel like Alaric would put up with that. But yeah, there are seemingly a few more duties we can do here. Let me know if you guys would like to see those. I don't know how long it would take. Maybe a whole episode, maybe half an episode. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see those. Let me know if you guys would like to see Old Ebonheart. Let me know if you guys would like to see Firewatch again. Like I said, we covered it as Valdrin, but that was quite a while ago, and I'm sure many people never saw that video, so we could redo it. Otherwise, if you guys don't want to see the rest of the Akamora, I think we did the main Akamora duties. I think the other ones are probably like lesser, more basic duties, not going to give you a super cool reward, essentially. But yeah, if you guys don't want to see Firewatch, you don't want to see the other part of the Akamora guild, we might start House Stilvani next time, and I'm super excited for that. That was always the original faction that I had sort of built Alaric around in the first place, so it'll be cool to finally get there. Anyways, if you have made it this far and enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing if you have not already, as it does help the channel immensely. Other than that though, thank you for watching, and peace out. As for the rest of us, we are going to read 2 books today that are about 4 pages each. Blasphemous, Revenants, and Reality and Other Falsehoods. So let's start with this one first. Blasphemous, Revenants. Blasphemous revenants, not into the world nor out of it, but between worlds they linger, held to the hearth and tomb by blood and loyalty. And if they come unbidden, from the love of kin or faith to duty, it is not unholy. It is but the answering of the ancestors, the awakening of those who never sleep, the summoning to service of those bound through hearth and house to the protection of the clan. But if sorcerers bring them forth, then such summoning is blasphemy, an abomination before the tribes and temple, and a sin so great that ages of burning cannot cleanse the fault. Abide not the sorcerer among you, for he comes to steal the bones of your fathers and dust of your tombs. They're not wrong. He seeks to bind by power what is yours by right, to drag forth the warm spirits from their world between and bind them to their service like slaves and beasts. Who can know the shame of the dead, the ceaseless weeping of the necromancer's thrall? Cruel enough is the ancestor's service given in love to hearth and kin, but ghost or guardian, bone walker or bone lord, summoned by profane ritual and bound by force to the corpse miner's will, how may such a spirit ever find rest? How may it ever find its way back to its blood and clan? Only a righteous Dunmer, bound by blood to hearth and kin, bound by oath and service to the temple, can call upon the spirits of the Dunmer dead. Those foreign sorcerers of other races that invade our shores, shall they be permitted to rob our tombs, to bind our kin spirits into sorcerous slavery, to steal the lives of our dead as well as our land of the living? No, I say, no and no, 3 times more. Such necromancers must die, and their profane magics must die with them. And shall we tolerate the hidden hosts of the undead, the arrogant princes of necromancers, the ancient vampire demons who creep from their lairs in the west, seeking refuge in profane Daedric shrines, abandoned Dunmer strongholds, and corrupt, subterranean labyrinths of the detested Dwemer race? For ages, the great houses in the temple have kept our land clean of the vampire's taint. But now these undead lords and their vile cattle have returned. These vampires must die, and their corrupt cattle with them, and their blood taint must be forever erased by fire and stake. This is a very relevant book, isn't it? Let's celebrate reading that book. What do you guys think? There we go. There we go. I have quite a few black soul gems. There you go. Some new lads. All right, reality and other falsehoods. In my defense, not all of them are Dunmer, just some of them. Reality and other falsehoods. It is easy to confuse illusion and alteration. Both schools of magic attempt to create what is not there. The difference is in the rules of nature. Illusion is not bound by them, while alteration is. This may seem to indicate that alteration is the weaker of the two, but this is not true. Alteration creates a reality that is recognized by everyone. Illusion's reality is only in the mind of the caster and the target. To master alteration, first accept that reality is a falsehood. There is no such thing. Our reality is a perception of greater forces impressed upon us for their amusement. Some say that these forces are gods, others that they are something beyond the gods. For the wizard, it doesn't really matter. What matters is the appeal couched in a manner that cannot be denied. It must be insistent without being insulting. To cast alteration spells is to convince a greater power that it will be easier to change reality as requested than to leave it alone. Do not assume that these forces are sentient. Our best guess is that they are like wind and water, persistent but not thoughtful. Just like directing the wind or water, diversions are easier than outright resistance. Express the spell as a subtle change, and it is more likely to be successful. That one was even shorter than I thought, but it is a pretty cool one. I think it gives you an alteration level 2. Anyways, if you stuck around for the reading, I do appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and peace out.